Is blockchain just a name for technology that is used for all cryptocurrency related? Is it blockchain just one massive chain that keeps digital currencies together, or is so much more than that? Hello everyone, welcome to a new video of Crypto Tutorship. In this video, we are going to talk about what is blockchain and how it works. This video is going to be very amazing. Watch the entire video. Let's dive into it. A distributed database or ledger shared by computer network nodes is a blockchain that functions as a digital database for data storage. The most well-known use of blockchain technology is to maintain a decentralized secure record of transactions in cryptocurrency systems like Bitcoin. Because a blockchain ensures the security and fidelity of a data record, it fosters trust without the need for a responsible third party. A blockchain organizes data very differently from how it is typically organized. Data is gathered in groups called blocks that contain data sets in a blockchain. To build the data chain known as the blockchain, blocks are given specific storage capacities, and when they are complete, they are sealed and linked to the block that came before them. After that, initial block is added. Each new piece of data is compiled into a new block, which is then completed and added to the chain. A database typically arranges a blockchain, as the name suggests, divides data into tables. Suggests dividing its data into unit blocks that are strung together. This data structure is intended to produce an irreversible timeline of data when used decentralized. A completed block is permanently sealed and added to the timeline. A precise timestamp is assigned to each block as it is added to the chain. How do blockchains function? The digital ledger is frequently referred to as a chain made up of distinct data blocks, hence the name blockchain, which is not a coincidence. Every time new data is regularly new block is made and attached to the chain anytime a new node is inserted into the network. To accomplish this, each node's copy of the blockchain ledger must be updated to correspond to others. The key to why blockchain is regarded as being extremely secure is how these new blocks are created. Most nodes must confirm and validate the integrity before a new block of fresh data is added to the ledger. They could involve making sure that recent transactions in a block are legitimate or that coins haven't been used to purchase a cryptocurrency more than once. This is not the same as a standalone database or spreadsheet to which one person has unrestricted access. The underlying transactions are added to the distributed ledger and the block is included in the chain after a consensus has been reached. According to C. Neil Gray, a partner of Duane Morris LLP's fintech practice areas, from the start of the log to the present, blocks are securely connected, forming a secure digital chain. Typically, cryptography is used to secure transactions, so complex mathematical equations must be solved for nodes to process a transaction. According to Sarah Stallman, a fintech and blockchain counsel with Perkins Coie, nodes are typically rewarded with new amounts of the blockchain's native currency as compensation for their efforts in validating changes to the shared data. Money, for example, new Bitcoin on the Bitcoin blockchain. Comparing public and private blockchains. Blockchains can be public or private. Anyone can participate in a public blockchain, meaning the blockchain's data can be read, written, or audited by them. Notably, changing transactions recorded in a public blockchain is complicated because no single entity controls the nodes. In contrast, a private blockchain is managed by a company or group. It has the power to go back and change the blockchain, and it is the only one who can decide who gets invited to the system. Except for being distributed across multiple nodes to improve security, this private blockchain process is comparable to an internal data storage system. Blockchain. Is it secure? Blockchain technology enables decentralized security and trust in several ways. New blocks are always stored chronologically and linearly to begin with. To put it another way, they are continuously added to the blockchain's end. It is challenging to alter a block's content following its inclusion in the blockchain without the agreement of the vast majority of the network. The reasons for this are the hash of each block, the hash of the block that came before it, and the timestamp above. Hash codes are created by a mathematical operation that takes a digital piece of information and turns it into a string of numbers and letters. If that data is changed in any way, the hash code also changes. Imagine a hacker who also manages a node on a blockchain network and wants to change a blockchain and steal everyone else's cryptocurrency. They could not change their copy without also changing everyone else's copies. The hacker's version of the chain will be disregarded as fraudulent when everyone compares their documents and notices that this one copy stands out. The hacker would need to simultaneously control and alter at least 51% of the blockchain copies to make their new copy the majority copy, resulting in the chain that was agreed upon. Such an attack would be costly and resource intensive because every block must be redone. After all, its timestamps and hash codes had changed. Because of how sizable many cryptocurrency networks are and how quickly they are expanding, it would likely to be impossible to accomplish such a feat at the required cost. This would probably be useless in addition to being very expensive. As network participants would observe such significant changes to the blockchain, doing such a thing would not go unnoticed. The network's users would then abruptly switch to an unaffected chain version. As a result, the token version that was attacked would lose value, rendering the attack useless because the malicious party would be in control of a worthless asset. The same would happen if the opposing party targeted Bitcoin's most recent fork. As a result, participating in the network is much more economically advantageous than attacking it. The conclusion: blockchain technology is still somewhat of a niche technology despite its promise. According to Gray, blockchain technology has the potential for more contacts, but that depends on upcoming legislative measures. It is unclear when and whether regulators like the SEC will act. The objective will be to protect markets and investors, that is clear, he says. Stallman compares blockchain to the early days of the Internet. Before Google and Facebook had their first iterations, the Internet had been around for about 15 years. Blockchain technology, like the Internet, will fundamentally change how we transact and interact with one another in the future, even though it's difficult to predict where it will be in another 10 or 15 years. While there are still obstacles such as transaction limits and energy costs, investing in blockchain-based projects may be worthwhile for investors who recognize the technology's potential. Hope you like this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.